if you're a middle school math teacher struggling to keep your students engaged because you're teaching in the virtual setting or remote learning or distance learning, whatever you want to call it, keep on watching this video because I'm going to share with you my 3 top ways to keep students engaged. If we don't already know each other, my name is Kathy Martin, and I'm the creator of the Pre-Algebra Teachers Middle School Math membership. We are your one-stop shop for everything you need to teach middle school math. I know that if you are teaching in the virtual setting, one of the biggest struggles is how to keep your students engaged, how to keep them motivated. I bet you are teaching to more black boxes on Zoom than seeing your actual students' faces. So how can we keep them engaged? How can we keep them, how do we keep our students showing up every day, motivated, continuing to do work? Well, I have 3 awesome tips for you today. Okay, so let's jump right in. The first tip is to take what I'm calling a 60-second stop and connect. So you're going to take 60 seconds to stop and connect with your students. And you can do this like before your lesson, maybe right in the middle of class, or might be how you end your class periods. And these are just some suggestions. So these are 10 questions to help get to know your students. And these are not difficult, but they are all open-ended questions. I'm not going to go through every single one because you can read them yourself, but this is just to get that conversation going, and really building those relationships. And the other way that you can do a 60-second stop and connect is doing a this or that, chocolate or vanilla, call or text, ice cream or pie, you get it. And this, again, is to foster conversation, build relationships, because I promise you, in all of my years of teaching, if you can establish a relationship with your students, if your students know ultimately that you care about them, they will do anything for you. And it starts with relationship building. Now, the second tip that I have for you is an online platform called Gimp Kit. If you have not used this, it's okay. There is a 30-day free trial, and then it is a small fee to use Gimp Kit, but it is all the rage. It is kind of like a mix between Kahoot and quizzes, if you've used those, but it's kind of like Kahoot because Kahoot has these very similar, answers that you can press, but students win quote unquote money and they get bonuses for getting the answer right. So like for streaks. And isn't that the ultimate goal, is that we want our students to, build accuracy in their math learning so that, we're building upon that knowledge. And the last item that I want to share with you that has really fostered engagement is what I call these pixel math activities. Now, what you can see here is this is just a Google sheet, right? With a bunch of questions on the side here, and it just looks empty. Well, what your students will do is they will answer the question. So here it says, write the fraction 3/4 as a decimal. Okay, so 3/4 is going to be 0.75. When I hit enter, you can see a blue block of colors show up. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. Write 50.56 as a percent. So 56%, more shows up. Now this time it's black. Okay, so write 78% as a decimal, 0.78, so on and so forth. And your students are going to go through this whole thing, okay? And at the very end, they're going to come up with, so let me just, before I show you what the final image is, if you're wondering, well, what happens if they get it wrong? Great question. If I answer this question, write the fraction 9/10 as a decimal, let's just say I punched in 0.8, I hit enter. You see that? Nothing happened. So that's how I know that I got it wrong. But if I got the right answer and I put in 0.9, bam, a color shows up. Again, write 99% as a decimal. If I actually punched in the wrong answer, so let's just say I did 0.95, nothing happens. But if I punch in the right answer, more blocks of colors show up. Okay, drum roll please for the final image. When your students complete this whole thing, they're going to come up with this awesome image of this Among Us character. If you don't know what Among Us is, Ask your students. It's like the hottest game, that kids are playing these days, and they will die when they see this. If you would like to grab this exact activity, all about fractions, decimals, and percents in this Among Us character, you can grab the link right at the bottom of this page or in the description box below. I hope that you've enjoyed my 3 tips on how to continue to build engagement while we continue to teach online. Again, my name is Kathy Martin, and I'm the creator of the Pre-Algebra Teachers Math membership. And I am so excited to see you next time. Bye.